everyone. I am very excited. I have wanted to start a YouTube channel for my K-pop photocard collection for a really long time, and today is the first video that I'm filming. So just a few things about myself and my collection. I collect Twice and ITZY. Today I will just be showing you my Twice collection. I have decided that I just want to start with just a binder flip through, and I also have just a few cards to put away today. And yeah, let's get started. So the first thing I want to show everyone is my binder. I love my binder. I found this on Amazon. I will put the link in the description, but I wanted a binder that would look nice in a bookshelf. So I found this, and I don't know if you can see, but it does from the side look like a book. And I put a Twice label on there. I don't know if I'm holding it upside down or not. I'm going to update that. That's just like a temporary label. But yes, this is my Twice binder, and I am kind of obsessed with it. I love my collection, and I wanted the thing that held my collection to feel just as special as my collection is to me. So yeah, I love this binder. I will put a link in the description box. But yeah, let me rearrange my setup and we will get started. Okay, so here is page 1 of my Twice collection. I will fill everyone in sort of on my journey as a collector so far as I go through the video, but I started collecting K-pop in September of 2020. So I haven't been collecting for a long time. My collection is not huge, but I love it nonetheless. I will say that I have decided to collect only from fancy forward. I discovered Twice in early 2020, and I feel like the eras that really spoke to me started with fancy. Just to clarify, I love all of Twice's music. There is not a bad song to be found in their discography. Every single title track, B-side, they're all amazing. I love them all. But for the sake of my bank account, I decided to give myself a limit in how many eras I was going to collect. So I'm starting with fancy forward. I collect Og9 sets, about 2 or 3 per era, because I just could not pick 1, 2, or 3 Twice members that I would only collect. I just felt like I love Twice as a whole, so I want to collect Og9 sets. So to start, I'm actually starting my binder with a brand new collection to me, something that I was not going to collect, but I am starting my binder with a sort of an Og9 set that I'm making up for myself. And I'm hoping that every single member of Twice will get their own Yes I Am photo book. I want to collect 1 card from each photo book so that I have one full Og9 set. So I'm starting with this, what will hopefully be an Og9 set someday, fingers crossed. And for this set, because I know it will take a very, very long time to complete if it does get complete, I made special fillers for these ones. In the rest of my binder, I just use regular white fillers. I really like how these look, so I might end up doing them for all of my empty spots in my pages, but for right now, I just did this as an experiment, but I actually really like it. Mina's, I am having an extremely hard time finding, so If anyone has one that they do not want anymore and is willing to sell it for a reasonable price, please let me know. So right after this, I'm going in my binder, I'm moving backwards in time. So I start with their most recent era. So we are getting into Taste of Love. I know a lot of people, this isn't their favorite title track of Twice's. I love it. It's not my favorite. I will let you know, or, well, actually, you can probably tell what my favorite title track of Twice is by my username, the name of my channel. And I actually think that the Taste of Love pre-order photo cards might be some of my favorite. Each set is just like beautiful. Cheongyun with her like holding out her extensions is so cute. I love that pre-order card so much. I thought they all did like the cutest little poses and stuff. But I do think that my favorite pre-order set, maybe of my collection, might be the In Love concept. I love this concept so much. It is so beautiful. I wish we got more photo cards with this concept in it. But overall, this set is just so stunning. Tahyun making like the cute little hearts with her cheeks. Momo with her pigtails. They all look so stunning. This Cheongyun card is so good. I love Cheongyun in this photo card and this outfit. The 90s like space buns look so cute on her. And I know that Cheongyun has tattoos on her arms, which they usually cover up, but this like print that they have on the sleeves here kind of reminds me of tattoos. So this card specifically is so adorable, but this set as a whole is amazing. And even the group cards for these are so nice. 10 out of 10 for these pre-order cards. All right, so I collected 3 Og9 sets for Taste of Love. My first set is the drink set. This set might be my favorite for this album. I'm not sure. I just feel like this set is like the one that truly embodies the concept of Taste of Love alcohol-free, because they do have their drinks in them. I will say that technically my set is not correct. I don't have Sana's like correct card for the drink set. I pulled this Sana card and it's pretty similar to her drink set one where she's holding, I think, cherries. And I kind of like this one better because in the one where she's holding the cherries, a bunch of her head is cut off. And so I just decided I'm going to keep this one if in the future it really bothers me that I don't have the actual drink set one. Like, I can always trade for it. But for now, I like this one here. Probably my favorite card on this page is this Mina photo card with her drink. I don't know, but something about Mina in this curly haired look just like really hits hard. She in this photo card just looks like such a, I don't know, a boss lady, like a strong, independent woman. And I know that Mina is one of the more introverted members usually. So I kind of like seeing this like, I don't know, kind of confidence from her. This Tahyun one and this Cheongyun one were really hard for me to find, but they are so cute in these ones. These two cards are adorable. I love them so much. And then for the next set, I did get the flower set. And I will say once again, I do not actually have like a right complete set. And throughout my collection, you will notice this. Sometimes if I just like a photo card better than another and it's not specifically from that set, I will choose to go with the card that I like better, just because it's, you know, it's my collection and I figure whatever makes you happiest when looking at your collection is how you should collect. And no one can tell you how you should or should not collect or what you should or shouldn't collect. So for Cheongyun, I didn't get the one where she's holding the flower because it's in front of her face and it's covering most of her face, and she is so stunningly beautiful. I just decided to go with this photo card instead. I really like this set. This set is beautiful. I will say though that like a lot of the lighting is very purpley. And so I do wish that some of the photo cards like Tahyun, Cheongyun, Mina, Momo, like theirs aren't as like purpley hued. So they like somehow found the good lighting. So I do kind of wish the rest of them were more lit like that. But this set is absolutely beautiful. And then the last set that I collected, of course, is the In Love set. I definitely love this set. This concept is chef's kiss. So good. I do just wish that they had more of the In Love concept photo cards for us. I think a lot of people really liked this concept and would have loved to have more photo cards with this concept, but I am grateful for this set. It's beautiful, and I will say that it probably would be my favorite set in this collection if it wasn't for the shadows from the cell phones. I know for some people it's not a big deal, and for some people they just think it's funny to see the cell phone shadow there. For me, I personally, like, my eye goes straight to each shadow, and the concept is so beautiful, they look so beautiful. I just wish they could have, I don't know, maybe tried to like Photoshop the shadow out. That would have made this set absolutely perfect. But it is a stunning, stunning set. And they look so gorgeous. Now we will actually be putting away the Taste of Love Monograph cards. I just got that recently, and I filmed an unboxing for it, which I'm not sure if I will actually upload or not. I think I will, but I'm still very new at like trying to film videos for YouTube. So if I watch it back and it's very cringy, I may not upload it. So if you want to see a flip through, an unboxing and flip through of the Taste of Love Monograph, hopefully I will upload that soon. But for now, we will be putting away my full Og9 set of the Monograph cards, which are absolutely beautiful. This Neon card is so gorgeous, and it just like really makes me think of her in the music video when she's flying. When I first saw Neon flying in the music video teasers, I was like, wow, this is just magical. And then we have this beautiful Cheongyun photo card. She looks so beautiful. And I just want to give a quick shout out to Cheongyun. JYP did release that Cheongyun is going to go on hiatus again. And I just want to share my love and support for her. She is one of my 3 biases in Twice. And I think we were all so happy to see her join the rest of the group for Taste of Love promotions. And I think in the back of our minds, we were also a little bit worried that maybe she was being brought back too soon. I'm grateful for her to have come back during that time, but I'm glad that she is putting her mental, physical, emotional health first, because we all love Cheongyun and we just want her to be safe and healthy and okay and feeling amazing. We love you, we always will love you, and we are waiting for your return for whenever you are ready. Moving on, we also have Momo, and this Momo monograph card is so beautiful. I wish we had like a photo card of someone in that giant martini glass that they have on the music video set. And I think this photo probably was taken of her in that martini glass. We just can't see it. But I do think it would have been cool to have a photo card of someone in that. Then we have Sana, who looks adorable as always. And we have Chihyo, who I'm actually kind of surprised that they picked this image for her monograph card, because she wears this particular outfit in the music video for maybe 2 seconds. I actually had to rewatch the music video to be like, where and when does she wear this outfit? I think it is a missed opportunity to not have Chihyo's monograph card be with the flower petal freckles on her cheeks. And I was obsessed with that look. And I would have loved to have gotten a photo card of her with that. But I am so happy to have any photo card of Chihyo, who is my, I guess, alt bias in Twice. I guess I'll let you know now, my top 3 biases are Chihyo, Cheongyun, and Tahyun. I also apologize if I'm mispronouncing anyone's names. I'm doing my best to pronounce them as they are intended to be. But if I do mispronounce a name, I do apologize. So yes, those are my biases. I love all of Twice so much, but they are my top 3, I guess you could say. And then we have Mina, who looks amazing, and to be honest, has been bias wrecking me lately. I'll get into that more later. But she is so stunningly beautiful. Love her. Here we have Tahyun's monograph card. I will say, I think this is another missed opportunity. Her red and white ruffly dress is kind of iconic to this era. And so I do wish that they had chosen an image of her in that for this photo card, but she looks adorable in anything. So that's that. And then this Cheongyun photo card is drop dead gorgeous. I think it might be my favorite Cheongyun photo card in my whole collection. Her pink hair just looks amazing. She just looks so beautiful. And honestly, she's probably one of the members that really stood out to me in this era. Her and Tahyun doing their rap was so good. All of their raps are always good, but I felt like however they wrote the rap this time, I feel like it really got to show off a little bit more of their skills as rappers. So yeah, I love this card. And the ever beautiful Chewy, here is her monograph card, and this one is absolutely stunning. Probably my favorite monograph card of hers. So beautiful. This whole set is beautiful, and I am so excited to have it in my binder. It looks so good. Oh, and I will say also, I forgot to mention, I do not put my photo cards in a color sleeve, because I, for whatever reason, love seeing the backs of the photo cards. I just think they're so pretty. And for these ones, I love seeing their signatures. And so here are the backs of the Taste of Love monograph cards. It matches the cover of the monograph. And here I have my full Og9 set for the monographs. I love the monographs. I actually think I'll take them out. I mean, I guess at this point everyone has seen the monographs, but just so you can get a good look of how truly beautiful these are. I love that it's a lenticular. Was I calling these monograph cards the whole time? Wow. Okay, these are lenticulars, everyone. Good morning. These are lenticulars, and I love these lenticulars. I love how they have 2 different concepts in them. They are so beautiful. I love also that they fit in a 9 pocket. I have some fancy lenticulars, but they're so big. And I love that these essentially feel like another set of photo cards. So I did collect OT9 for the lenticulars as well, and they look beautiful. Then I have the larger inclusions. I don't actively collect any of Twice's larger inclusions. I usually just keep whatever I get in the albums. So for the albums that I got Tahyun, Chewy, and Momo. And then I also have the tasting cards, and I kept these three. I got the Chihyo, Cheongyun, and Sana. And now we will start with Eyes Wide Open. So for Eyes Wide Open, I love, this era is probably my favorite era. I love everything about it. All the songs on it are amazing. I love the styling and the three concepts that they chose for the album. The song is probably my second favorite title track of theirs. I just love everything about this era, except that my beautiful Cheongyun was out for the promotions. I would have loved to have seen her doing I Can't Stop Me on the music shows, but mental health comes first, so I'm very grateful that she did put her mental health first. So I love these pre-order photo cards. My only complaint, I guess, about them is that they, for whatever reason, decided to do a combination of vertical and horizontal photo cards, which isn't as like aesthetically pleasing to look at. So that's like my only complaint about these photo cards. Otherwise, they are stunning. So yes, I think my favorite concept is probably the style version. I just love how it looks like an 80s magazine cover. They all look stunning, and I love like Cheongyun and Chihyo like rocking like these like androgynous suits. They all just look very rich, very expensive. And the retro concept is absolutely adorable. I really loved these. So for this album, I collected 3 OT9 sets, and I collected sets that had them in their music video outfits, because I already have these beautiful pre-order photo cards that show them in their album concept outfits. And I have my album photo books that I can look at if I want to see them in those outfits. So I did specifically get photo cards of them in their music video outfits. This Nayeon card is probably one of my favorites of her photo cards in my collection. She just looks so cute and stunning with that little pose. So I do love this set. You'll probably hear me say that I love a set or a photo card a lot in this video, and that's mostly because I really only try to collect the photo cards that I absolutely love. So yes, just to clarify, I love all my photo cards. I also really love the backs of these Eyes Wide Open photo cards, because it has all of their member colors, and it's very aesthetically pleasing to see all of the member colors and their signatures on the backs. So love whoever decided to do that. This set is probably like tied for first of like my favorite OT9 sets that I have in my collection. I feel like this train station, subway station outfit is so iconic to this era. And I just love like the yellow colors like really pop on the page. So it's beautiful to look at. I will say that this Cheongyun card is very special to me because it has Tahyun popping out in the back, and usually like in individual member cards, there is not another member in the photo. And Tahyun, being Tahyun, finds the camera always. So I just love that she's peeping her little head out behind Cheongyun, and because they're two of my three biases, this was one of the photo cards that I immediately knew that I needed. And then this Cheongyun card, her with the long blonde hair, is so good. And I really love this Momo photo card. I love her in this blunt bob. She looks amazing. And I will tell you a story about this Chihyo card in a second, but I will move on to the next set, which is the denim set. I also love this one so much. So my story about that Chihyo card is, when I first started buying albums, I was only going to keep the photo cards that I got in my albums, because to be honest, I didn't really know that the trading community was a thing. So the two photo cards, when I saw images of the Eyes Wide Open photo cards that I knew that I wanted, were this Chihyo photo card and this Cheongyun photo card. They just look so beautiful. Specifically, Cheongyun in this outfit looks so stunning. And I, at the time, this was like at the start of my K-pop collecting journey. I was only going to buy one version of each of my favorite albums. So I bought one Eyes Wide Open album, and in that one album, I got both this Chihyo card and this Cheongyun card, and I screamed and dropped them because, I don't know, that was probably the best luck I've ever had. Because the two cards that I wanted most, I actually got them both. So these two cards are very, very, very special to me, just for that little memory, I guess. But this set is also so beautiful. This is probably also one of my favorite concepts. I just love the like tie-dye looking, like, I don't know, it kind of looks like the Grand Canyon background they were dancing in front of. And this Momo card is actually the first photo card that I ever traded for. When I saw it, I was like, wow, I think that might be my favorite Momo photo card at the time. And so this is the first photo card I traded for. So yeah, I love both these two sets. I will say, I think that Eyes Wide Open has my favorite photo cards of all of their eras. And I just think the concepts are so beautiful in this album. Everything in this era is amazing. So I really love these two sets specifically a lot. Then I also got the Eyes Wide Open Monograph. The Eyes Wide Open Monograph is actually the first monograph that I purchased. I was not going to get the monographs because I was trying to save my bank account, but I saw this Cheongyun photo card of her with a peace sign. I was like, well, I guess that's it. I guess I might start collecting monographs now. So I do collect monographs from Fancy forward. I think that my favorite one is either Cheongyun's card, or this Mina one is so stunning, so beautiful. And I will say that like Mina was bias wrecking me hard during the Eyes Wide Open era. I think because she had gone on hiatus during Feel Special, and then when she came back during More and More, it was probably like a real sense of transition for her to come back to promoting with the group. But I feel like with Eyes Wide Open, she had another comeback under her belt, and she really seemed so sure of herself. And I just could not take my eyes off of her when they were performing on the music shows. And I was like, wow, you can tell that she is really like enjoying what she's doing. She is feeling herself, and I'm so happy to see her thriving. And I'm so happy that she did take the time to put her mental health first. And I'm so happy to see that she's doing well right now. So yes. Then for Eyes Wide Open, we also have the beautiful backs of these monograph cards as well. Now getting into the group cards, this is why I love when Twice has group album photo cards, because I love doing the pre-order cards together. I know a lot of people put all group photo cards at the back of their binder all together, and that does look beautiful, and I have considered it, but I like to keep each era separate. So for here, I have the 3 pre-order group photo cards. Then I picked my 3 favorite album group photo cards. And then I have the with drama holographic group card, and as fillers, I guess you could say, I have 2 of the most cards, I think they were still called. And I just love having like a group page for each era. I just think it looks so nice. And because I collect Og9 sets, pretty much the order that I put it in is always age order, like most people who collect Og9 do. And so with these like group pages, it's kind of like the only time that I sort of get a say in how I want to like set it up. So it's like the only time that I get to be kind of creative with my collection. So I love having this. And then when you flip it over, I like getting to see all 3 backs next to each other. I did put a black sleeve on this one just because next to the most cards, the with drama card looks so small. So I did put a black sleeve on that, and I think it helps make it pop a little bit more. And then I just kept the message cards that I got. Sometimes I will find someone who is selling their message card for $1 shipped just because they just like don't want it anymore, it's taking up space. So I figured that is how I will make an Og9 set of this. It doesn't fit in a 9 pocket page sleeve. They're a little bit big and I don't want them to get damaged. I've seen some people put them on, it looks really nice, but then they're sticking out and I don't want them to get damaged. So I have these 3 pocket pages. So I put, putting 5 on each. And I just got recently 2 more. So I'm missing, or I was missing, Mina, Cheongyun, and I'm missing Momo. I still don't have Momo, so if anyone is selling Momo for just $1 shipped, let me know and I will take her off your hands. But I got Chewy for $1 shipped, and now I have Chaeyoung's message card. And I also, it's a little crooked, and I also have Mina's message card. So now I just need Momo's, and this Og9 set for that will be complete. And for this, there was gonna be an open slot, so I just put the envelope that it came in there. And I like the way it looks. And I think it will look beautiful when I have Momo, so hopefully I will have her soon. I wasn't originally going to collect these, but since I didn't collect any of their selfie photo cards with this concept, I figured like now I do have like a nice Og9 set with this concept. So then next, I do have my lyric posters. I would love to be able to display them, but they just don't fit. So I think what I've decided to do, this might be controversial, but I think I'm gonna try to either like sell or trade for another group poster. And I'll just keep my top 3. I'll just keep Cheongyun, Tahyun, and Chihyo. And I'll have 2 copies of the group poster, one of which, hold your ears if you like don't wanna hear this, but I think I might take my second group poster and cut it so it'll fit in this 8x10 sleeve. I know it's like not encourage for anyone to take scissors to their K-pop merchandise. But if I have 2 copies of the group poster, I would love to be able to display one, and I figure it's my collection. If that's what makes me happy, I think that's what I'll end up doing, because I really do feel like it's a shame that we have these beautiful images of Twice that we cannot see because they do not fit in 8x10 sleeves. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Maybe once I do get that group poster, I will cut it to fit on camera for you. We'll see. Not 100% sure that I'm gonna do that. But yeah, so these are my group posters. And then I also have the sticker sheet here as well. So that is the end of Eyes Wide Open, and then we'll move on to More and More. So More and More is another title track that I feel like a lot of people don't love as much as Twice's other title tracks. I really love More and More. I think it's a very special song and era for me because when I first discovered Twice, it was when they were on break between, they had finished Feel Special and it was before More and More. So More and More was the first comeback that I got to experience live. And so I have a lot of like happy memories of like waking up early to watch their music show performances. And I honestly love the song. It's such a bop. And I will say it's probably one of, if not my favorite, Twice choreographies. So for More and More, we have the pre-order photo cards, which are beautiful. I think this is, of the album concepts, this is by far my favorite. They just look so ethereal and beautiful in this concept. I absolutely adore this concept. Then we have the next photo card set. I know I have the pre-order sets in, I guess, a different order than they're supposed to be, but I tried to put it in sort of like a chronological order of when they wore them in the music video. So they start out with this outfit. I went for this concept next. And then I think my favorite pre-order set of this album, this era, would be, I don't know if this, I think this was version C or, no, this version B. I think these outfits are so stunning. I just like love this whole concept. It's beautiful. And it's actually kind of fun that we got I guess because there were 3 albums, but one of them was a combination of 2 concepts versus like a third standalone concept. We got a pre-order set that had them in music video outfits. So I love this pre-order set. I do wish though, it's like a little bothersome to me. I don't know if anyone else would notice that Mina's is the only one that is not taken on the music video set. She's just like in front of a white wall. So in a dream world, she would also be on the music video set, but I think this set is so beautiful. Then we are moving on to my tied for first place of my favorite Photocard Og9 sets for Twice. This set, as I said, has the concept that I think is just like the most beautiful. This set, I cannot get over it. Like, I always turn to look at this set because it is so just ethereal and beautiful and stunning. Just everything about it is so beautiful. I love that their signatures are on it. I love that they're taken in front of like this gorgeous, like otherworldly music video set that they have. Speaking of which, the only thing that like makes this set not truly 100% perfect is that Tahyun's photo card is not taken in front of the, or like on the music video set. It's, I don't know what's there in the background. It's not like the gorgeous music video set. So I do wish that she had, you know, one of these beautiful backgrounds like everyone else does, because it really just like puts me into this like beautiful, I guess you want to say like Adam and Eve, like paradise world that they set the beginning of More and More in. But other than that, this is 100% my favorite set, tied with the yellow train station outfits for Eyes Wide Open. Specifically, this Chihyo card and this Sana card are so beautiful. Wow. I'll never get over this set. It's so beautiful. Then I also collected the unit set. So I actually ended up buying all of these unit photo cards. And I would say, like, if you're gonna buy a photo card, definitely go for the units, because a lot of people don't collect the units, and so they end up selling for a lot cheaper than regular solo member photo cards. So for all of these, I paid anywhere between $2 and $3 each for them. So they were very cheap to collect, one of which someone even gave it to me as a gift. So yeah, if people don't want the unit cards and you like them, I definitely suggest, if you're gonna spend money on buying a photo card, the unit ones are a great option. The one that inspired me to collect the unit set is this Tahyun and Sana photo card, because Sana is kissing Tahyun on the cheek, and it just like makes me smile every time I see it. I love the look on Tahyun's face, like, yeah, that's right. I love them all. They're all like stunningly beautiful. And I just love to see photo cards of like Twice with each other, because I feel like you can really tell that they truly love and care and support each other and are friends with each other. I genuinely feel like Twice members all really love each other and seem to be good friends with each other. So I really love the unit photo card sets for More and More. And then you'll probably see that I have this one lone Nyan card by itself. So I ended up trading all of my More and More photo cards away that I had pulled from my albums. And More and More is actually the first ever K-pop album that I purchased for myself. It was like around my birthday, and I had watched an unboxing video, and I was like, wait, this is what K-pop albums look like? They're stunning and so cool. I just like loved that, like, they looked like books versus like getting like a typical like jewel case CD. And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna treat myself for my birthday, and I'm going to buy one album. Little did I know that I would soon be buying many, many more albums. But anyway, this is the first ever photo card that I ever pulled from any K-pop album ever. And I just like immediately loved this photo card, because Nyan, first of all, looks absolutely amazing, but it's also taken on the beautiful music video set that they did with this like geometric archway. So this is a photo card that I will not be letting go of. It's very special to me. Then after that, I have the Monograph photo cards for More and More. And I love that they did the sort of day and night concept, because there's like sort of when they're in their beautiful paradise, Garden of Eden concept, versus like after they, I guess you could say, like bite the apple. And then they're no longer in that beautiful paradise, then they've got the night. And I actually really, really love the backs of these Monograph cards. These might be some of my like favorite like backs of photo cards. I love that for the backs, they also like went with the concept of like, there's like the day and there's the night. The backs of these Monograph photo cards are so beautiful. I love them. And I will say, I think the More and More Monograph photo book is probably my favorite one. So yes, that's the More and More Monograph. Then once again, for More and More, I was able to do a group card page. So I have the 3 pre-order photo cards, and then I have the with drama in the middle, and the 2 most cards as fillers. And then for More and More, they only did 2 group photo cards. So I had this empty slot, so I just chose this unit card just because I thought it was like beautiful when I saw it. I just chose that to fill the page. But these 2 group photo cards are probably some of my favorite group photo cards, once again, because I love them being on the music video set, and I love that they're celebrating Cheongyun's birthday in this. So I love having a group photo card page more than having like the pre-orders on the backs of each page. If possible, I try to do that for each era, but for some eras, like I can't do it because they don't have group album photo cards, but when I can, I do. Then I also collected the, I have 2 sets of the postcards, one that I kept in the accordion style, and then I also wanted to have 1 set that's ripped apart and displayed, just because with the accordion one, I just keep it in my album, so I'm not looking at it all the time. I wanted to be able to look at it, and I think these are really beautiful. I love these postcards. And now, I also have the coaster. I only bought 2 albums, and these are the coasters that I got with them. I have 3 pocket pages, so I do think at some point I may invest in getting another coaster just to fill the page. I think it's kind of funny that they give us coasters. Some people call them circle cards, just because like I don't think it's encouraged for you to actually use it as a physical coaster, because they're paper, so you would probably ruin them. So I think it's funny that they give us coasters as inclusions. But they're always very beautiful. I'm not sure whose I would want to collect. Maybe Mina's. I don't have a lot of her inclusions, so I might, if I could, maybe get Mina's to fill the page. So yes, that is my More and More collection. And now we are moving on to Feel Special, which, as you can probably tell from my username, channel name, Feel Special is my favorite Twice title track. I love it so much. I'm obsessed with it. I think it's so good. All of Twice's title tracks are amazing, but specifically Feel Special just like hits it home for me. In terms of like what the song is about, just the sound of the song, everything about this title track, from the music video to their styling, everything. I love Feel Special. And actually, I would actually say it's my favorite album as well. Every single track on Feel Special, the album, is so good. I think Rainbow is probably my favorite Twice B-side, tied with Up No More from Eyes Wide Open. And I guess you're not really considering Cry For Me a B-side because it's its own single, but Cry For Me would probably be one of like my favorite Twice songs of all time. It is so good. It is so iconic. I wish they had released it as a title track for some album that it would have fit the concept for, versus putting the English version in Taste of Love, because it doesn't really fit the overall concept of Taste of Love. It definitely fits more Eyes Wide Open, but it's so good. That song is amazing. Anyway, we will get back to Feel Special. The Feel Special pre-order benefit photo cards are probably my second favorite pre-order cards. They're so stunning. I love like with the signature, and I don't know, with their initials, it kind of reminds me of like a deck of like playing cards. So both of these concepts are so stunning. The like blue and purple one and the pink and gold one, they just look so like opulent and beautiful. I love them. I will say though, I do not care for the, I guess, I don't know if you'd say ABC or 123, their C album, the brown album, where they're in their evening wear outfits. I do not like that concept at all. I think they were going for like lavish and sophisticated, but the outfits that they put the Twice members in, to me felt a little bit more like they were attending like a junior prom. It didn't read mature to me. It just didn't fit, I feel like, the concept of feel special. So I did not collect the pre-order benefit for that third concept because I don't love it. And they specifically did my girl Chihyo so dirty with that dress they put her in. That dress is just like not it. So I personally chose not to collect the third pre-order benefit. So the first set that I have is the gold cards. I really liked the gold cards because it shows each member in their like individual scenes in front of the individual like music video sets that they each got. I love that they each had their own separate sort of storyline because they all got to have their own little personalized moment. And so I loved the gold cards, and I'm actually going to blame this Chewy gold card for the reason why I actually decided to start actively collecting and trading photo cards. As I said before, originally I was only going to keep the photo cards that I pulled from each album, but I love this outfit that Chewy is in. I just think like the concept to put Chewy as a doll in a dollhouse is like, once again, chef's kiss, because she is considered to be the visual of the group. So to put her as a doll in this like stunning floral dress with this amazing floral headpiece, I was just like, wow, I really want this photo card. I did not pull her gold card in my albums that I got, and so I decided like, you know what? Maybe I will collect one Og9 set for each album. So this was the first Og9 set that I started. Little did I know that like one Og9 set per album would turn into 3 plus monographs. But so yes, I do blame Chewy and this outfit for starting my collection. Now my next Og9 set is probably going to be the most controversial Og9 set that I have in my collection, because I did do a mix and match set just because I wanted to collect the photo cards of them in their music video individual scene outfits. And they have 2 Og9 sets for that. There's one with a black border and one with a white border. And I couldn't decide which one I liked more. So I did a combination. So some of these have the black border. Most of them have the black border and some have the white border. I will say overall, I do think that the black border is the set that I like better, but I specifically really wanted this Chewy photo card of her holding the teacup because I feel like you can see her look and the music video set and this like floral headpiece a little bit better. It would be weird to only have one that was different from the rest. So I actually decided that I liked Mina and Sana's white border photo card for this concept better as well. Honestly, I thought it would throw me off a little bit more not having them all be with the same border, slash it's not even like symmetrical where they are in the OT9 set. But the images in these cards are so beautiful. I love this OT9 set so much that I kind of just get like, my eye gets drawn to the image itself, and I don't actually notice the difference in borders that much. Maybe for some people you do and it would really bother you. For me, this works. I really like the way it looks. Ideally, would they all be the same color? Yes. It did not work out that way, but I do love this as it is. And we will go back in my binder now because, very exciting, I've decided to collect a new Feel Special OT9 set. So I did cave in. I have seen that probably the OT9 set that most people collect for Feel Special is the Member Color Polaroid set. Every time I watch someone flip through their binder on YouTube or Instagram, everyone always has the Polaroid set, and I honestly have to agree that it is a beautiful set. Like, seeing the member colors in Polaroid form is so aesthetically pleasing. So I did cave in and I did start collecting this OT9 set. I don't have the full set technically. I do have all the cards accounted for. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of them to put away today. Here are the members that I do have. So I have Cheongyun. Beautiful. Oh, it's a little off center. I guess I'll fix that later. Actually, no. I'll fix it now. It'll bother me. Okay, that's better. So I have Cheongyun. I actually just got Cheongyun and Mina's in the mail today, so I was actually very excited that it came in time for me to film this. And I have Momo's. I'm also gonna make sure that hers is centered. I have Momo's. Beautiful. And then I have, for me, what is kind of like an infamous Sana photo card. So I actually pulled this Sana photo card, but at the time I was not collecting this set, so I traded it for this Sana photo card, which felt like a good decision at the time. But I have since come to the conclusion that I think Sana might be the hardest member to collect. I feel like she's very in demand. She's a lot of people's bias in Twice, and I can see why. She's amazing. Her photo cards are always stunning. But so when I realized I was going to collect this set, I was like, oh no. This photo card is always, whenever I see it, it gets snatched up so quickly because everyone, their mom, their grandma, their neighbor Dave from down the street collects this OT9 set. So everybody specifically seemed to want this Sana photo card. So when I did see it, I immediately bought it, snatched it up. And it's actually the first photo card that I ended up buying for this set. So it's actually funny that the card that I thought would end up being the hardest is the one that I got first. So then we have Chihyo, and we have Mina, who I also just got today. And then we have, last one, Cheongyun. So I actually made a very big dent in this set. It honestly already looks so good. I completely understand why everyone collects this set. Tahyun, I have purchased her. She just has to be mailed out. I do think that I got Nayeon and Chewy lost in the mail, so I will probably have to buy them again, sadly. So sad. I would have only had one more card, but this set looks beautiful. I am very excited to continue collecting this set. It already looks amazing. So now I guess we will move on to the Monograph set for Feel Special. This Monograph set is probably my favorite of the Twice Monograph Og9 sets that I own. I love the individual member concept, so I love that they did that for this. The only thing they didn't do right is that Chewie is not in her iconic Feel Special outfit that I love so much. So that is like a true bummer that she's the only one that isn't in her individual scene outfit. Very much a missed opportunity. I would like to speak to whoever made that decision, but this set is beautiful and I think is probably the Monograph set that just looks the most cohesive to me. And I guess like backstory, I was able to purchase sealed copies of all of the monographs I own: Taste of Love, Eyes Wide Open, More and More, and Fancy. But I could not for the life of me find the Feel Special monograph anywhere. I thought it was funny that I could easily find Fancy, which is an older era. So I ended up buying the Monograph photo book by itself without Photocards on eBay. And then this is the only Monograph set that I ended up having to find each of the Photocards individually, which I think is also why I really like this set, just for like my memories, because it feels like I had to like accomplish it to complete it versus the other ones where you just unbox it and then they're all there. I had to kind of work for this one. Also shout out, I think this Mina photo card is also so stunning. I think her holding the drink with the curly hair in Taste of Love is my favorite photo card of hers that I have, but this is a close second. And this Tahyun Feel Special photo card might be my favorite one of hers that I own. Feel Special was an amazing era, and I think it was an amazing era specifically for Tahyun. She had the entire wrap all to herself. Iconic. And specifically, what is iconic is her in her like Elsa Feel Special music show outfit. And she really does like serve you Elsa from Frozen. So that is like iconic and is probably like, Feel Special is like definitely like an iconic Tahyun era. In general, Feel Special is amazing. My favorite album, my favorite title track. I love Feel Special. Then I also have the two lyric sheets that I got. So I pulled Nayeon's lyric sheet and Cheongyun's lyric booklet. I guess it's not a sheet. And actually, a little tip, I hated how the lyric books, because they're full booklets and they're heavier, would slide around in here. I really wanted them to be center. So I bought photo corners. Basically, they are little clear corners that you stick onto like a piece of paper, and then you just insert each corner of whatever it is that you have inside. And so you can keep a photo, or in this case, a lyric booklet centered without having to damage whatever it is you're trying to put on the paper by taping it or gluing it or anything like that. So I actually use these throughout my collection, and I feel like they're like kind of a game changer. So I have Nayeon's and I have Cheongyun's. And now we move on to the iconic Fancy era. Fancy is probably like one of my like smaller collections that I have. Fancy shows like a clear shift in the choices that I think creatively, artistically, Twice was making in their career. And I don't think anyone will argue that it was like a cultural reset. Like, I feel like Fancy is iconic. It's such a bop. Really was a cultural reset. So I think a lot of people would agree that like Fancy really showed like a change in where Twice was going with their music artistry. So for Fancy, so when I purchased my fancy albums, this is obviously long after Twice had debuted this era, so my albums did not come with pre-order benefits. So at the time, I was only going to buy one pre-order benefit set, and I chose this one because I liked that it showed them in their outfits and stuff. Looking back on it, I do wish I had also purchased the, I don't know if it's the B set or the C set. It's the one that shows them in the concept where they're kind of just like hanging out at home. But I didn't choose that set at the time because I only wanted things that showed them in music video concept things. And it didn't really make sense to me at the time, like why they had this like random photo book concept that had nothing to do with the actual music video. They just kind of put them in that concept just for the sake of having another concept. Now that I am a little bit deeper into my collecting journey, I do wish that I had purchased that one at the time. I got this one off of eBay, and at the time they did have that set as well. And I've since realized that everyone loves, I think, that pre-order benefit set the best. So that one is harder to find, but I do hope to eventually have that one because it is beautiful. And I think like now it doesn't really matter to me that it's not part of the music video concept. So eventually I am hoping to purchase that one. If anyone has that OT9 pre-order benefit set for a reasonable price, please let me know. So this is the only pre-order benefit that I have for Fancy at the moment. And then I have 2 cards to put away, and we are actually completing an OT9 set, which is very exciting. So I have Tahyun, and the final one that I need to complete this set, I have Momo as well. Oh, that's very off-center. Let me fix that. Okay. And now we have Momo. Ooh, it looks so good. When I first started collecting Twice photo cards, I had mentioned that I did not love cards with borders. If you were to give me a choice, I would prefer for photo cards to not have borders. I like them when they don't have the borders. That's just like a personal aesthetic opinion that I have. But I would always see this OT9 set in some people's like binder flip throughs, and seeing all of the member colors all together looks so nice and so aesthetically pleasing. So I did cave in and I did decide to get this set as well. I think it looks so nice, and this is actually, I guess now, my first completed set that has like member colors, and I just absolutely love the way it looks. And then, so that's actually the last set of cards that I do have to put away for this video, but I will keep going through the rest of my collection. This is the OT9 set that I had originally chosen to collect because I had pulled this Tahyun photo card in my Fancy album, and I just thought she looked so cute. And when I saw what the rest of the set looked like, this is the set that I did decide to collect. This is probably another one of my favorite choreographies for Twice. I guess my top 3 favorite choreographies for Twice would be More and More, I Can't Stop Me, and Fancy. But I also do really love Feel Special choreography. But I think Fancy takes the cake. And then we have the Monograph photo cards. And this is another set that I think is really, really cohesive, because most of them have, I think they filmed in front of like a blue screen, which is I guess like a green screen, but it's blue. So most of them have this blue background. So it looks really good and clean together. Cheongyun's photo card with the roses, she just looks so amazing there. I really like Tahyun's. This one is so cute with her doing the peace sign. And I think my favorite one though is Cheongyun's, because she's doing like the fancy choreography there, and she just looks so stunning. So yes, this set is beautiful. And I think that actually these monograph cards might, it's like a tie, but this one might be a little bit in the lead, be my favorite like photo card backs. They've got this like amazing like dip dyed marbling effect that is so beautiful. Then I do have the, I have 3 of the lenticulars. So I pulled Tahyun and Cheongyun from my original albums, and since they're 2 of my top 3, I figured I wanted to get Chihyo to finish out my 3 lenticular page. So I'm very happy with this, having my top 3. So those are my lenticulars for Fancy. And then I have the 2 sticker sheets for the albums that I got. I got A and B, and maybe someday I will get C, because I do really like the way that the 3 albums look together. When they're in a bookshelf, they spell out Fancy. So maybe someday I will get it. It's not like a priority of mine, but maybe someday I will, because it would look really cool. So I have the 2 sticker sheets. And then, oh, spoiler alert, I know I've told you this whole video that I only collect Twice photo cards from Fancy forward, but I also have an exception. I do collect Twice Coaster Lane 1 only. That's the only era from their older eras that I do collect, because the way that I discovered Twice is I was originally introduced to K-pop in general by a friend who showed me ITZY's Taladala, I think is how you pronounce it, or just Dala Dala, dance practice video. And I was just like so mesmerized by the choreography and the precision with which they danced the choreography. I was like, wait, this is amazing. So my original group that I followed was ITZY, and I do still collect them, but Twice has since become my alt group. And Twice would always show up on my like For You page on YouTube, like on the side of like recommended videos, I guess because they're also a JYP girl group. But at the time I was like, I'm very emotionally invested in ITZY and their journey, and I think I just want to follow them. I tend to get very like obsessed over things, and I was like, I don't have like the time, I guess, to be obsessed over more than one K-pop group, especially a group that has like 9 members, which at the time seemed like way too many people in a group. Looking back on it now, like when you learn how many people can be in K-pop groups, it's really not that much. So I finally clicked on a Twice video, which was a music show performance of TT. And when I was watching it, I was just like, wow, this is so quirky and weird, but I also love it, and I think I'm obsessed with it. So that is the first ever exposure I had to Twice. And so TT is like a special song for me. And I also think it's like a very special, iconic song for a lot of Twice fans, and also for Twice themselves. I know I've read in interviews that they really love this song and this dance because it was this song that really made them just like pop out and like really grow their fan base. Like this song is what made a lot of people love them. And so I just felt like I love TT as a song. So even though it's pre-Fancy, Twice Coaster Lane 1 is the exception to my rule of only collecting from Fancy forward. So as of right now, I actually only have 1 Og9 set for Twice Coaster Lane 1, because I was only going to collect 1 Og9 set per album when I started collecting. So I did collect the holographic Og9 set, which I think is also one of the reasons why I chose to collect this set, is because this Photocard set is so beautiful. Just like how it's holographic is gorgeous. I love how they're all doing the TT pose. It looks really just cohesive because they're all together doing the same pose with the same holographic background. I think it's gorgeous. And I think it's kind of fun how on the back, I guess you can like, I feel like you can kind of tell that like these are not all from the same press of the album or printing of the same album, because like these ones look to be like a little darker and saturated in color to me than the other ones, but I'm just happy to have them. They're gorgeous, and I have since decided that I do think that I would like to collect their solo selfies and their Halloween costumes, because that is also like an iconic part of this song. So I am gonna try to collect those. It's actually the only like Twice era in my collection that I don't actually own the album for. I wasn't going to buy the album just because it is so much smaller than the rest, like height-wise, it's so much smaller than the rest of their other albums. So I felt like it would really stick out weird. But I have since decided that I do think I wanna get it. So at some point, I'm not in a rush, but maybe like for like a holiday or a birthday or something, I might ask for this album, Twice Closer Lane 1. But yeah, I've been holding off collecting the solo selfie cards just because they tend to be a bit more expensive. So that is it for my Korean Twice cards. I originally was only going to collect stuff from their Korean albums, but their Japanese songs are so good. Like honestly, I think some of my favorite, like up in my top 10 list of Twice songs come from their Japanese tracks. And I wanted to be able to have some Japanese song photo cards as well. So we are now moving on to my collection of their Japanese photo cards. And we're actually starting out with a bang, because my first set of cards that I have is actually the only Og9 set of Japanese photo cards that I own. Usually, I guess for the Japanese albums, they make it so that like, I guess each member's photo card would correspond to like a high touch serial code. So if you like got that member's photo card, I guess then you get to have a 10-second like FaceTime conversation with that Twice member, which sounds amazing. I would love that. But for this set, which is Kura Kura, they did not do it that way. So normally you would usually probably get a group member photo card versus an individual one, because the individual ones corresponded with the high-touch serial codes. And I guess for Kura Kura, they opted not to do that. So the member photo cards were a lot easier to come by. And I saw that someone was selling the complete set for a very good price. So I just went for it because I knew that like I probably will not be able to get another OT9 set of a full OT9 set for one of their Japanese tracks. So I'm very, very happy that I have this, because some of these are so stunning, like Nayeon's and Mina's, so pretty. And I really love the backs of the cards. And then for Kura Kura as well, oh, the backs of these cards are so pretty. For Kura Kura as well, I also got for the first time a set of the Polaroids. Once again, I keep saying I wasn't going to collect this, and then I end up collecting it. I wasn't going to collect any of the Polaroids, but I think I might start collecting the Polaroids for them if I can buy them in full sets, because it is very difficult to get your hands on like every single member's card of the like official photo cards for each era. But it's pretty easy to get the Polaroids because they come as sets. So I did buy the Og9 Set, and I think it's so beautiful. I love that it shows them in their music video outfits. This is probably one of like my favorite of Twice's music videos. It's so beautiful. And I do think, once again, like, sometimes it's confusing to me why they will have them in a concept for the album photo book and packaging that in the end doesn't really have anything to do with the song itself or the music video concept itself. So I love that, like, this has them in those music video outfits. So I have those, and then I don't have full member sets of Photocards for any of the other Japanese tracks, but I also did find the same person actually who I was able to get this set from and this set from. They were also selling a complete set. Oh yeah, here's the back of the group card for Og9's Polaroid, and I think the back of the card, the color is really pretty. But this same person was selling a complete set of their better clear cards from Tower Records. I guess was like a pre-order benefit. And Better and Og9 are probably my two favorite Japanese tracks of Twice's. I think in terms of the song itself, I like Better the best. It just like always makes me feel happy. I love singing along to it, but I do love Og9 as a song, and I love the music video and the choreography a little bit more. So these two are definitely tied for my favorite Japanese tracks, and then probably in third place would be Breakthrough. When I found a full set of these, I figured I'm definitely not gonna be able to get my hands on an Og9 set of the album photo cards, but I want something in my collection to represent this song because I love it so much. So I have the clear cards from Tower Records Og9 Set, and I also have the Tower Records Og9 Set for Fanfare. So I also have the Fanfare clear Tower Records photo card set. This one I did not get as a set. I did have to find these all individually, but because they're not, like, I guess official album cards, they're a little bit cheaper. I got most of them for like $2 to $3 each, and actually like Tahyun's I ended up getting for cheaper because you might notice it has like a little bit of a defect in it here. It was damaged a little bit, but to be honest, it doesn't bother me all that much. And I specifically really love the photo cards for Fanfare. I feel like the whole like colorful paint concept is so cute, and it's the same concept they used for the actual album photo cards. And so I thought this was, you know, just as good if I could not have the full Og9 set of the actual photo cards. I am missing the group card though, so that I am on the lookout for. So I don't consider this to be a complete set for me until I have the group card. And then the very, oh my gosh, we're at the end of my collection. The very last page in my binder is Japanese group photo cards. So when I first decided I wanted something to represent my love of their Japanese tracks in my collection, I figured I'll just collect the group card for each album because they're very easy to come by. People sell them for like $1 to $3 a piece because they are pretty common. So I started with Breakthrough because that's like the first Japanese song that I listened to. I know Happy Happy came out around the same time, maybe at the same time, I'm not sure, but I actually haven't listened to that one yet. So I do need to listen to that one, and if I do love it, which I'm sure I will also collect the group card for that. But I have one for Breakthrough. This is their, I think, And Twice album, and it has Fake and True, which I really love. That's a good song. And then I have the two Fanfare cards, Better and Og9. And then hopefully here I will get the Perfect World group card soon because I most likely will not be getting an Og9 set of the actual member photo cards because they went back to having the member photo cards correspond with the high touch serial code, but I do have on the way the Perfect World Polaroid set. So I'll have that to represent Perfect World in my Og9 set. And then I have these group cards for the albums that I guess I feel like I can't get an Og9 set for. I think out of these, my favorite card is this Fanfare one. I think it's like the once edition of Fanfare. Most group cards are taken from very far away, and I kind of love how this Fanfare one, they're like very close up and they're just like loving on each other. They just look so happy and like they're in like a, I don't know, like a Gap commercial or like an Old Navy commercial. Very cute. But yeah, and here are the backs of those cards. I love the way that all of the different cards look next to each other with their different backs. I think it looks really cool. But yeah, that is the end of my Twice collection as of right now. I will continue to update everyone as my collection grows. I hope to do, you know, unboxings and stuff as Twice comes out with new albums. I hope to do more content on this channel for everyone. I do have a Taste of Love monograph unboxing that I will post here. And I also do collect Etsy. So if you are interested in watching Etsy collection videos, I will also do a binder flip through of Etsy as well, which is also exciting because they have their first full album coming out soon. So I will probably do unboxings for that. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this. If you actually watched the whole thing, that's amazing because I've been rambling for a very long time. This will probably be a very long video that I need to edit. But yeah, I'm excited. I love Twice and Kpop, Etsy, and collecting their photo cards, and I'm just so excited to be able to share my collection and my love of collecting with all of you. So yeah, thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye.